Happy Valentine's Day. If you celebrate it, if you don't, that's fine. I I didn't wake up like super early today, but I usually sleep in like pretty late on the weekends. Um like till noon. I'm not kidding. Like my body is pretty much catching up on all the sleep that I missed throughout the week. And I've always been a night owl. I've always been a person who stays up really late and am more productive during nighttime. So I've always overslept throughout my entire life. I've always been not a morning person. I have slept through earthquakes in California. Um, it's yeah. It's yeah. Anyway, but I woke up slightly earlier than usual today and took the boys out for breakfast, and then we went to get some items. I was looking for shelves actually for the walls downstairs because both my boys have, now they're a bit older and, well, slowly being able to afford little bits and pieces of Lego sets, and also having a close friend who's, you know, definitely helped out with that and spoiled the boys. So they have a lot of Lego sets that need to go somewhere. So, um, yeah, so they need some shelves. I need some more shelves because I don't have anywhere to put the very few Lego sets I have. I have one of those creativity ones where it's the 3-in-1 is the camera. Because yeah, photography, really love photography. I have one for Wednesday. And one day when I can afford it, I want all the Beauty and the Beast ones because I really, really want those. They look amazing. Um, a lot of the ones that my boys are into are Minecraft and Ninjago and Star Wars. My youngest has really gotten into Star Wars. Now he hasn't really watched the series with me, but he's seen some of the stuff. My oldest keeps doing the whole like episode 3, like, I have the high ground, Anakin. I'm just like, you haven't even watched it with me. You don't get to say that. Like you did. He did, it's a whole thing. My kids will do things sometimes on purpose just to irritate me. We've gotten to that stage. Yeah. So, but today before going out, they said, "We want you to look pretty today. Get all dressed up and feel nice." And I'm like, "You do know that I don't do this often, right?" Honestly, I literally just washed my face and put on some hydrating gel. I put a little bit of color on my eyebrows, just the tiniest bit, and mascara, and then this for the lips. That yeah, rose bang the yeah for Romand. That's it. Like that's that's it. That is me getting gussied up. I feel like my skin, because I have like lots of little bits in red and stuff, and like little bug bites and things. I feel like my skin, everything would feel a lot better if I had an actual normal routine for skincare, but I don't. And I also can't afford to get a lot of skin products. I really can't. So, I end up not. But I don't really wear makeup. Like I don't put any kind of foundation or powder or anything on at all anymore because it irritates my skin after. And the closest for the longest time that I could get to something not irritating my skin too much is some of the Neutrogena products, like in the past, like some of the more like natural ones, or for sensitive skin kind of thing. Um, I'm pretty sure there are other products out there that would be better for sensitive skin, but in the end, it wouldn't matter because I do not like taking time to put makeup on. I've had to do that in the past so much and I hated it. Absolutely. I'm willing to put like a curl my lashes and put mascara on and maybe put a little bit of like tint here on the eyebrows. And then I usually wear just like chapstick. So today I just added slightly a bit more color to my lips than usual, but my lips are really this dark most of the time anyway. So, but this was me being all dressed up, um, most of the day. I mean, obviously, like after eating and stuff, I put a little bit more on, but, yeah. And then let's see, we went to a park so they could play around. Um, what else do we do? Oh, we went to a local bakery and a place that sells gelato. Well, some of the things says some of it is gelato in there, but there's other product. There's like it's kind of like an eatery that happens to have gelato. So, but yeah, so we got a lot of like goodies for ourselves today. Spent more money than I intended to. So I'm like, okay, so I cannot like do too much more. Also, the boys, well, my youngest has had really good grades, like mostly A's, one B. He did have straight A's for a while. I honestly I think it's like his some of his like projects in school for English that have been giving him trouble, but I think it's mostly the spelling bee stuff. Not spelling bee, but like spelling tests, and I think one project that had to do with spelling. Like that's he can read really well and he can write really well, but the spelling is what gets him. So we had to practice that. It's not because like I want him to have straight A's. I don't really care. As long as they have passing grades, I'm really okay with that. But I do want him to know how to like spell things and stuff. When he's like writing stuff. Um, because I think that's kind of like a fundamental thing when it comes to English and stuff. Um, my oldest is not really good at school. I honestly am like, okay, as long as you get like I want him to have a C or above when it comes to math and English. Like, I want him to work hard, like harder at those than the other ones, just because um, I want him to have the basics down. I mean, he's in sixth grade, but I want him to have the basics down for stuff, just because that's kind of things that you'll use consistently throughout life. Um, but I don't care if he fails, like, if they, like, force him to go through pre-calculus or not pre-calculus, but, like, pre-algebra, algebra, geometry, any of the kind of stuff, like, I'm not unless it's something that he's gonna need for a specific job, I just no. I just want him to know the basics. Um, and then he can figure the rest out himself. Not everyone is really good at school. That's fine. But he's actually he went up to a B in English, and I said, if you go up to a B, I will reward you. Like, I need you to work really hard at English because it's your worst subject, so you need to really work hard on it. Um, but he was doing pretty well in math, but he tanked. He tanked in math, science, and social studies. Like, science and social studies are not his best. I understand that. I'm like, just get like a D if you can. Just come on, like just do basics. But no, he actually went down in math too, and I'm like, okay, I'm a little concerned. We need to kind of work on this. I think a lot of it is him not turning in homework. That's like, if you don't get everything right, okay. But if you don't turn anything in, so we have to work on that. Um, but he surprisingly got an A in English, and I was like, well, hot damn. Like, the B is what I really want to push you towards, because this is something you're going to need. You're going to need the basics, the foundation for this. And it's really hard on him because he does have dyslexia. It's really hard for him to read. So I can understand, like, it's difficult, but and he's going to have to really apply himself in a lot of ways for English, more so than the other subjects, because it's his worst. And because even though I know there could be medication, other things that could help him with his ADHD, I leave that to him too. I ask him. I'm not going to be like, you have to try this or else. It's it's imperative in my mind that he has autonomy with this, because it's his ADHD. Like, we anyone who has ADHD, you experience it differently. It's your way of experiencing it, and medication may really help others, and medication may not help others, like it, or may not like work the same, or you may have different reactions. It's Everyone is different. It's case by case, and he has chosen that he doesn't want to do medication, but he does struggle a bit. So he does have an IEP in place. He does have accommodations. Like, there, I'm constantly, you know in contact with the school and stuff. So I am rewarding the A, but he wasn't allowed to have his like tablet or play on his laptop with any games for like the past week. So, yeah. Ugh. It's not too late, honestly. It's not much later than I've been going to bed. I've been yawning most of the day though. So this isn't I always say there's a complimentary yawn for every video because I usually do it really late at night when I've gotten everything done. Today, I'm actually doing this a bit earlier than usual, but I have been yawning throughout the day, so you still get a yawn. Um, but anyway, I did like as I got paid, I did decide to get a video game for them. I got like a Capcom versus Marvel Infinite. Um, and I think they're gonna really enjoy it. They started getting more into fighting games recently, and I think it's because I have Soul Calibur 6 that I was playing, and once I taught them how to customize a character, they're, like, playing it a lot, and then creating their own characters, and they've been really enjoying it, so I'm like, "Okay." Um, I do plan eventually, when I can, to get all the Tomb Raider ones that I can for the PS4 because, oh, I miss Tomb Raider so much. Oh, I love it so much. I do have, I think, the first 3 Crash Bandicoots, so I will get back into that. I was planning to do that, and then I just forgot. Like, I did a whole video about it, like, 2 years ago or something, and then I totally forgot. It's yeah. Anyway, so yeah, it was a productive day. We did go to Walmart because I tried to find, yeah, the shelving for the Legos, but a couple other things while we were there. Typically, we go to Walmart and other stores like the day after a holiday, after like Christmas, after New Year's, after Valentine's, after, Easter, whatever, to get the discount candy. So we don't typically have stuff on the day of. I might get like 1 or 2 items, but I don't get a lot because we'll go the day after for all the discount. There was hardly anything today, and I was like, "Holy cow, they're already like there wasn't much, but there was a huge I shouldn't say huge, but it was like this big. Like it was pretty excuse me. It was a dinosaur plushie. And my youngest just had to like grab hold of it and start walking around with it. And then he looks at me with the biggest, bluest puppy eyes. And I was like, I can't say no. I can't say, damn it. And he doesn't get me with that very often because I've had to say no to him I've had to say no to my oldest son doing that. And it is so hard. They have the big lashes, the big, 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 beautiful blue eyes, and oh my gosh, which I'm very, very happy that they got from me. But still, it's like it's so hard to say no. And my youngest learned how to do the pout with the lip. It's really hard. It's really hard. But I'm like, I have to say no often because like I can't afford too much. But this happened to be like 11.95. So I was like, okay, so it's not too bad. It's not too bad. And then we went to the actual discount aisle because like so that dinosaur plushie one was the last one. So and he really wanted a Stitch one, but like they didn't have like the big gift basket, like Valentine's gift basket, like Stitch gift basket that he wanted. Because I couldn't afford to get it before the Valentine's um and so he wanted to go back and see if it was available. No, it wasn't. But the dinosaur was the last one. So I was like, okay, I'm willing to 11.95. Okay. If it was like 30 something dollars, I'm like, that would be, I'm not getting you any gifts for the next like 3 paychecks. I'm sorry. Like, I can't afford too much. Um, but we went to the discount aisle and then there was this cute little zoom like neon version of Stitch. And so I don't know. It's interesting for me to have a partner in crime in the household who loves Stitch as much as I do. Like I love Stitch. I got so we're in there. I got a new Deadpool hoodie and a new Stitch hoodie, both $7. They're on discount. I always go to the men's section because half the time the stuff in the women's section are just straight sweaters with no pockets and they're not hoodies. And I'm just like, what's the even point? Like, why? Why? Like, oh, that's a cute design. on like the print is cute. You don't have pockets. It's not a hoodie. This is no function. This is why. It's like the crew neck kind of sweater and it's bland and it's like, okay, that's a great print that you put on it for a character I like, but where's all the good stuff? Like this is not cool. No. These are like thin though, like so these are not like thick kind of hoodies, but they're soft. They're really soft. So I had layers on because it was just slightly like coldish. So I had layers on, so then I just put the stitch one. The stitch one is just like, it's kind of the light blue of the other kind of stitch one that I had, but the other stitch one I couldn't fit. It was actually a bit more snug than I anticipated, and it's probably, well, not anticipated, it's probably because it was the only size available at the time. And I did get from the women's section, so of course it'd be smaller than usual. They say like, oh, it's like a large, it's extra large. Large or extra large is more like a small, like extra small men's. It's really not. And the men's sizes have gone down too. Like this is a large, and so it's not like super snug or anything, but it's like it's not as roomy as I would like. The stitch one is an extra large and it's roomier. I like that. I like it when it's much roomier because then I can like pull it over my like knees and stuff. So yeah. This one I guess I could stretch it out, but I don't want to stretch it out too much. This one is fine. So well, that's a dumb idea. I'm on it. Feels kind of like my life. Like that's a dumb idea. I shouldn't do that. I'm gonna do it anyway. That's just my life. Yeah. So I mean, these are like soft. Like they're kind of like the felt kind of like soft. It's snug, but it's not like thick. Like the Stitch and Deadpool like switching like pajama costume one that I have, that one is a bit thicker. That one I got online. And it was a lot thicker and a bigger print in front than I was, than I expected. But of course exceed those expectations. So that one's cool. But yeah, even though this is thin, it's nice. It's nice and cozy. And of course it's like the classic hoodie, so it's got like the pouch, and of course the hood. So I do not look good with hoods on though. I don't. So I hardly ever wear them. I have a blanket hoodie that was gifted for Christmas and is super comfortable and super thick and soft. And it's just, oh, I love it so much. But I love this. So this is now my fourth Deadpool theme, and I'm counting the one that has Stitch with it too. So yeah, no, it's my fourth Deadpool one. And if we're counting the Deadpool and the Stitch one, then I also have to count the newest Stitch one as a second Stitch themed one. So it's like I gotta collect them. Like it's just what I gotta do. Um, my kids still are like, "What Deadpool? Like I want to get into." I'm like, no, not appropriate for kids." And these are the kids that are like, "Yeah, but I'm into like horror and scary movies," and I'm like, well, I caught my kids cursing too. It's like, you didn't get that from me. And they threw my words back at them. So when they were younger and they were cursing a couple times, it's because they learned it from other kids. Because as much as I do the whole like, yeah, I'm a sailor or whatever, and I curse in some of these videos and stuff, I don't curse around kids. I have some friends who would curse around their kids, and they're like, wow, you are so straight laced. I'm just like, I just don't curse around kids. I don't. I can be pretty sweary, but I just don't curse around kids. So they didn't get it from me because I never curse around my kids. They got it from someone. And so I was just like, okay, you got in trouble for saying it at daycare. You got in trouble for saying it at school. You should not do that. Don't get in trouble, because then that means they have to call me. And that means that there's this whole fiasco. And then I have to punish you. And I will be harsher than the school. Trust me. So it's just, because when they come home, they get to de-stress and kind of just, regulate themselves and stuff after being, overstimulated from school and stuff. That includes being on the tablet, but also watching things or playing games or whatever. I will take that away. It's like torture for them. So I'm like, you don't want to lose something. Don't do the things at school. So they've been really good at school. They have not been cursing or anything like that. But I did say, like, as long as you don't do it at school, like, if you curse at home, I'm not going to like it, but do it here so you don't do it outside. And they threw that in my face recently, especially my 12-year-old. I can't believe he's 12 years old. What the fuck? And then my youngest is 8. He just turned 8. I'm just like, wish, why are you getting bigger? And my 12-year-old is almost like, he's like here. He's like at my eyebrows. I'm 5'4", okay? I am 5'4". I am 5'4". He's like around 5'1". Like he's like he's almost my height and he's only 12. I was like 5'9" when I was 12, okay? Like I was so short. I shot up in high school and then I stayed there and I have not been able to grow taller since. I filled out this way, but I stopped growing vertically when I was 16. So I'm just like, further proof that all the tall genes in my family skipped me. Like I did. My younger sister of almost 3 years is almost 4 inches taller than me. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to put that to use in the future. I'm going to make them get me things off the tall shelf so I don't have to. Because I will climb. I don't care. It might be dangerous. And I probably shouldn't be climbing considering all the injuries and stuff that I've had. Oh, I do have news about that. So, I recently started physical therapy for my foot. Mainly my left foot, but for both feet because I have issues in both and my left knee. Now, the left knee one, I still have to do an MRI to be like, okay, update since the last time you had an MRI and since the last time you, x-rays. I ate a whole bunch of like kimbap before I started this, so I shouldn't be like talking a lot right after eating, but whatever. And this is the second meal, second dinner. I've been getting a lot more hungry lately. I don't know. Anyway, like, I mean, food is amazing. I love food. But anyway, so I mean, like, I'm not like, cured or anything, but some of the PT that I've been doing has actually helped alleviate some pain. Because before, like, they would move my foot a certain way or my leg or whatever, and just there was nothing but pain, like everywhere. Just I was sensitive to everything, and they were like, okay, this me moving it this way and you having pain right here does not make sense, So after like 3 sessions worth, they checked it again and said, okay, where's the tenderness? Where's the pain? Where's this? And I pointed out and said, this is the type of sensation I'm having here to here or whatever. And they're like, see, that makes sense. The way that I am moving your foot, that makes sense. It didn't make sense before. It didn't make sense at all because like it was just, I was like super sensitive to everything, Um, so yeah, that's it's getting better. It's not as good as it was, but like before everything bad happened, like I'm not going to go back to factory settings before the Navy and everything that happened in the Navy, but it's my quality of life is a little bit better. It's just a little bit better. So today I was actually able to walk around without too much pain. Now, granted, I also have like new shoes, like Dr. Comfort shoes that the Navy got me. I was allowed up to 2 pairs. So I got like sneaker kind and I got like office kind. So in case I ever have to go like into the office. But then they sent me a whole thing of like the specific type of insole, like slips or whatever. So I could put those in other shoes. I'm like, ooh, this is nice. I feel spoiled. That should say something. That should say something. Not just like all the whole like disability stuff, but also like age, like you get excited about those kinds of things. I'll get excited when I have enough money to actually get a new dishwasher. I'm not gonna like the one that I have now has been broken even before we moved in, and we've been here for like 6 years. So yeah, it's but I've had to upkeep other parts of the house first. So I think sometime this year I might be able to actually pay off the final loan for the HVAC and water heater because total for both of them combined was over $10,000. I paid off one like a year ago, over a year ago, and now I'm about to pay off the other one. Like it's been 6 years, and I have I think 10,000 left on my car for payments for this, for that. It's I wanted certified used, but they didn't have any certified used where I was at my location at the time after the car accident in 2019. So I had to just rent a new vehicle, and then I went from there to buying the vehicle. So yeah. So it's like there's just so I still, and of course I'm like paying a mortgage and stuff, and like utilities and things like that. So it's it's a long process. Being a homeowner is a long process. But I'm gonna be super excited when I can get a new dishwasher. And I don't want anything too fancy. I just want something that's basic, that will do the job and do it well. I do not need a whole bunch of bells and whistles. I do not. I do not. I had to get a new refrigerator and a new washer and dryer for laundry around the time that we moved in. So that also contributed. So it's like, yeah. But I just filed my taxes. So hopefully I can get somewhat of a return so I can kind of pay stuff off. And then I don't have to worry about more payments. And I have another loan that I'm paying off. So it's like, But I'll be excited when I can do that. Um, and like it's little things at a time. So that's the thing too, is that it's not everything all at once. It's little things at a time. So I try to budget, and I don't always get through that budget, but for the most part it's like, okay, I can calculate everything and I can be like, this is what I can do. But yeah, I have started budgeting for kimchi because I have to order it online now. Because the kind that I had, I could easily get in the store, and now I can't get that. So now I have to order it online. Now, didn't try other ones. So far, this is the one that I tried. I ordered online, and I haven't tried, and I was like, okay, I like it. So this is the one that I've got. So it's not as, I guess, spicy as the other one. There's like practically no spice to this. There's practically no spice to this. So if you do not do well with spice, this is it. I'm not getting paid. This is not like a paid promotion or anything like that. This isn't really a promotion. This is just me personally. I like this. This is really good if you do not like spice. Also, it's got, so the kind of kimchi that I ordered before, or that I had before that was readily available, was the Cleveland or Cleveland kitchen kind, or kitchen kind. And it was more like chopped up, and I was like, okay, this is okay, it's fine. This is more like actual thick pieces. I was going to eat this after the kimbap, and I decided to do the video instead. Honestly, you know what? I might as well. I'm going to open this. I did not want that to spray all over. Okay. I'm like trying to open it and just, oh. Okay. So, since I happen to be holding it with my left hand, I'll use my right for this. But, okay. So, it's like thick kind of pieces. Yeah. Of course I spilled some. I don't care. It fell on Deadpool. I don't care. I'm not wasting it. I'm not going to wipe it off with like a towel or anything. It's food. I'm not wasting it. That's the kind of slob I am. Okay. That's the kind of slob I am. But yeah, no, it's like thicker bits than the other one. So yeah. The other one had a bit, like, you can tell there's some spice, but it's really not that much. So, now there is kimchi available in store. It's that Ocean's Halo one. I loathe Ocean's Halo. It tastes gross. They say it's kimchi. It's more like sauerkraut, and sauerkraut and kimchi are not the same thing. They are not. It's ridiculous. Ugh. Like, I do not trust it. Ah! No, come here. Yeah, see, like thicker. There are times when I'm making ramen, like top ramen or Maruchan ramen, and I'll just add a whole bunch of, like, I'll just pour this entire packet in and add kimchi to it. See, now this is turning into a me eating video. I was gonna eat this anyway. Just okay. No, I did not spill it. Okay. I would have been very frustrated if it was on my bed. So I'm sitting on like the end of my bed. Also, you can see it like in my glasses, like the light. It just was way too dark the way I had it angled. So I was like, I'll have some more light. But the only problem is these are pretty like small. It comes in a packet, like a box. At least one of them does. They're not individual. You get a box of them. So it's nice and handy if you want like a little bit in like a packet. But because it's a packet, it's much easier if you have, I think, chopsticks. But okay, here we go. Come here. I'm trying to eat you. Stop trying to get away. Slipping through. Come here. I'm acting as if it's alive. Ooh, that's okay. It was tasty though. I've done a video before where, maybe more than one video, I don't remember now, where I'm just like straight up eating kimchi. And my face got really red because, well, have you seen how pale I am? My skin is very sensitive and reacts very quickly. But you see, like my face isn't that red from this. It is not that spicy. You can tell that there is spice, but it's like when you, yeah, like you notice, oh, someone used paprika this time, not just pepper, but it's still not that spicy. There's a piece. I'm trying to get it, and it's trying to get away from me. It comes with a good amount of like liquid, which I like because it comes with that. And if you're adding it to ramen, whatever other dish, it kind of soaks in. I like that. Did I get all of it? No, I did not. It's hard to see. Come here. Am I trying to get the little bits that are like in the crevice down there? But I think I got it all. Yeah, I got it all. Anyway, again, now that I'm done with that. I'm still mad though. I'm still mad that the one that I had readily available that I could get at the store, just walk in and get, is not there. But I'm glad that I found a substitute. I hate that I have to order it and wait. because I ran out of those and I totally forgot to order. So I was like, I have to wait until I get paid again. And so then my last paycheck, that's what I did. Um, but yeah. So if you are not into spice or spicy things, um, this is a good one. Like it's practically no, I mean, like I can tell there's spice, but it's like, you know, it's not really mouth tingly, like ooh, hot or whatever. Which like I actually got someone I know like started on Bulldog. I'm mispronouncing it. I know I am. I know I'm mispronouncing it. I'm really sorry. But they tried the what is it? The carbonara like with cheese, which is good. I like the original a bit more. I'm still gonna add a whole bunch of cheese, but that's because I love cheese. Um, and then the tumba, I started tumba ramyun. Um, it's like spicy cheese. And of course I still add extra cheese afterwards, but I put all the like the sauce in it. Um, it's not that spicy. It's really not. It's not as spicy as the regular like bulldog. Bulldog. I'm mispronouncing it. I'm sorry. Um, it's not as spicy as that. It's you can tell there's some spice, but it's not as spicy as that. But it's just so good. Like the spicy cheesy is just it's so amazing. I love it so much. You know what made me mad though? Because I just got into it. And then literally the next week it went up by like $2. And I was like, why? Why? Not just in one store either. In multiple stores. I'm like, I found something amazing and you're like kind of expensive, but not too expensive. And then you go up in price. And I'm just like, I'm gonna buy you anyway. I'll budget, I'll find a way. But I just it's pretty easy to make too. So I microwave. Like I do like half the water in these bigger bowls. So that way there's not like too much water to kind of, get rid of later. So it's just the right amount. Now it takes a little bit longer to microwave when there's not as much water, but still, and you continuously are, stirring it. Like I will use, like the chopsticks, but oh, another thing that I found too. So I tried it in the original way. And then I decided because I was like, you know what? I feel like chicken, but I don't want to get any like chicken nuggets out or anything. I didn't want to add chicken to it, because I was like, I like it without, extra stuff. I have those little bouillon cubes, so I decided to do that. So I add some garlic salt, some powdered ginger, and then one of those chicken cube things. And so I do that while I'm cooking the noodles. And then by the time it's fully cooked the way I want it cooked, I bring it out and then I put in like the sauce, the spicy sauce, and then after mixing that, I put in the like cheese powder thing, and then I add a whole bunch of mozzarella, shredded mozzarella, because mozzarella is really good in it. And then I decided to add a little bit like cilantro, like the dried, like that you get in the seasoning aisle, some cilantro, and then some roasted sesame seeds on top. So that's how I've been like eating it. So um sorry, gotta put I've been trying to like hydrate my lips today, so that's gone now. Damn it. I think I have one over there and one over there, so I'll get one of those later. Yeah, I completely dropped it in between my bed and my desk. It's like this very narrow area. And I'm like, well, that's gone forever. Another one. Another one lost the other between my bed and the desk. I'll eventually get down there and clean, I promise. I shouldn't promise things like that though, because I probably won't. But anyway, um, yeah. So that has been my new like hack, is to add like one of those seasoning cubes. I also have beef, but it doesn't taste as good with a spicy like cheese. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. just the chicken tastes better with it. I mean, like, I like beef, but the chicken tastes better. Now, the kimbap that I get is beef bulgogi. That's the only one available in the brand that has it. Um, of course, Ocean's Halo has their own version of it. I refuse to touch it because they messed up when it came to kimchi. I was like, you can't do kimchi correctly. I don't trust you with anything else. Like you don't, you know. And it's because like I've had kimchi made by people like it's an actual Korean restaurant and they're Korean and like this is their family recipe. Like this is the kimchi, like I've had kimchi made authentic, like so I've eaten kimchi that they've made by hand. So it's not just like manufactured. So I now that that's happened in my life because that happened a while ago, I'm like particular. So when Ocean's Halo, when I tried theirs, 'cause I was like, okay, my usual is not available. Let me try theirs. When I say that it tasted more like sauerkraut than actual kimchi, I mean it. I absolutely despise Ocean's Halo for that. I'm like, nope, I can't trust you with anything else. I can't because you fucked up the kimchi. So anyway, this is that turned into like a hate post there. Uh yeah, so I guess like just some life updates and just kind of, how I spent my Valentine's with my sons. I don't like my last video was talking about how I have become much happier being on my own and being single and stuff, which is true. Um, but like I was never like really, even when I was still considering the idea of like being with someone or having a partner or whatever, I still wasn't really upset on Valentine's because Valentine's really is kind of more of a manufactured thing because honestly, if you're going to be with someone, um every day is going to be special. Every day is going to be something that you celebrate with them if you actually like care and stuff, you know? So, I mean, like, it's nice to do the whole, like, let's do something great for Valentine's. You don't really have to. Like, it's really, but I always like, I use any excuse to spoil my kids. I use any excuse to spoil myself. I use any excuse to spoil people I care about. So, Valentine's is just my excuse. It really is. It's not because like I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm single and I can be happy too on this day." Like the day itself I don't give a fuck about. I don't really care because like it doesn't really matter. Valentine's Day itself does not matter to me. I'm just like, this is an excuse to go and get some more candy. This is an excuse to like be like, I'm gonna spoil you today just because there happens to be this special going on here. Like that's really it. Now, I used to go and get like little tiny plushies and some candy for my boys when they were much younger. As I got older, I was not buying the little plushies because we have so many. And that's why I was like, I really should not have gotten that dinosaur one for my youngest. I shouldn't have, but it's it wasn't too expensive. And he used the puppy eyes. And he was especially devious. Like he refused to put it in the cart, like, oh yes, you're already gonna get it for me because he's done that with some things. No, no, no. This was him hugging it close to his chest and walking around and just like that his comfort. And I was like, mm, like you had oh, child, why are you doing this to me? And then when I said, like, since you're gonna get it anyway, you might as well put it in the cart. And he's just like, thank you, mommy. Like, yes, he's my kid. Yeah, yes, yes, yes. He's also like, incredibly sassy. I'm very savage. And part of me was like, where'd you get this? But then he always keeps saying, like, well, you raised me. And I'm like, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I, some of it is his older brother. Some of it, my oldest is kind of like taught him some things. They actually asked me recently, like, what they were like when they were younger, because I have an Adventure Time poster, that's on the wall in their room, like one of the walls in the room, and they asked me like, why did you get that? I was like, oh, I got that when, your older brother was a baby. Because he loved all the colors on it. And I used to watch it too when he was little. I never got to finish it. I haven't watched all the way through. So I really need to catch up. I really should just start all over again, start from the beginning and then just go from there. But I haven't gotten that. Like I haven't been able to. I am slowly getting through. I got someone started on K-dramas, so I'm getting through Mr. Sunshine right now. Really good. Every single episode is like cinematic mastery. Like it's perfection. It's like literally like watching an actual cinema like movie. Every single episode is it is heavy in all the best ways. I only just finished episode 13 and there's like 24 episodes. How am I going to survive? I don't know. But anyway, um I started her on Cafe Minam Dang because that one was really fun. Um anyway, uh I need to restart on Adventure Time, but so I explained that to them and I was like, yeah. And then your older brother wanted you to, like, my oldest wanted to have the poster next to my youngest crib when he was a baby. And so that's why it was placed where it was. They've like switched sides, like they switched beds where they're just like, I want to sleep on this side now. I want to sleep on this side. And I'm like, okay. I don't know why. Um, and then they started asking me stories about when they were younger. And they were just like, what did I do when I was a baby? Did I try to get out of my crib? I was like, you got out of your crib all the time, mostly with the help of your older brother. And and like they're like, did I ever try to leave? Like I put those little things on the door, like that's supposed to like spin so they can't open the door. Oh no. My oldest figured out how to get past that before he was 2. Because he was opening the front door and going outside. Like this is when I was on base in Lemoore, California. Oh, my last duty station. I was like, oh, you gotta be kidding me. Like I had to put like other barricades in front of it. He taught my youngest how to get past those when my youngest was just over a year old. I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. You gotta be kidding me. Like, what? So, and then he could climb over a baby gate pretty easily. So I had to get 2 baby gates to stack on each other and have another barricade on top of that if I wanted him to be safely in his room if I needed to like take a shower. I typically take showers like 20-ish minutes, 25 minutes, maybe. And that's if I'm like really letting my body like soak under scalding lava hot, like super, super hot water because I love it super, super hot. I want my skin practically peeling. Like it feels good on the muscles. So, but I would still have to do really quickly a shower when he was a baby because he's trying to get into everything. I found him on top of the fridge one time, my youngest, when he was less than 2 years old. I don't know how he climbed up onto the counter to get on top of the fridge, but it freaked me out because I'm like, what do you mean that you could have fallen and like cracked your head? Like, what are you, child? Not that I was any different as a baby, apparently. I was a crazy psychotic heathen. I was all over the place. I was the stories that my family would tell about me. So I'm like, yeah, this tracks. But still, so I started telling them some of those stories and they're just laughing. They're just like, what did you do then? What did you do then? Are you okay, mommy? You look upset. I'm like, do you know why? Did you know that this is the reason why I always get very upset anytime you say, like, you come home and you got this big bruise on your arm or leg or whatever, and I'm just like, where did you get that? Like, oh, I think I got it during PE, and I'm like, and you didn't say anything to anyone? No? And the times that they've hurt themselves, like their head, the concussions that they've had because of something in PE or at school, or because they were running too quickly and slipped on tile and then banged their head on the corner in the kitchen. I feel like I died like 5,000 times in a row and was brought back to life each time the same body in that moment. Like the way I was freaking out and rushing to the ER and just like in a frantic panic. Like and just like is he okay? He's not hurt. Is he just, like these kids, I swear. They thought it was funny when I was telling those stories. Like, oh yeah, what happened then? I'm just like, the fact that you find this hilarious. Kids. Oh, I guess I guess that's like the trade-off. Like, yeah. Anyway, it was very hard telling those stories because I was just like, you're gonna find this funny, but I don't find it funny. I was terrified every single time. I'm terrified every single day. I am always terrified for my children. Always, always worried about something. That's just them being klutzy. I'm klutzy. Like I did. Anyway, I'm like playing with my hair because it's down. I usually have it like up, but I'm about to like go to bed, so that's why I have it down. Like I don't typically have it down. I usually have it up. I usually have it in a ponytail or something like that. So like I would always like almost always put my hair down for a lot of these videos, but I've been like not doing as much. Like my hair is like there's nothing wrong with my hair. It's just like ugh, I'm so used to having it back, you know? So, I don't know. Anyway, this is a very long video. It's honestly just me rambling about whatever, just because I just have all these thoughts and other things going on and I just need to get them out. Oh, I had this whole thing with my friend, like doing voice notes back and forth about like how she's like a morning person and I am straight up my person. Like I don't want to function early in the morning. I don't want to. I'm not a morning person. I need coffee. And even then, that doesn't guarantee that I'm not going to be a cranky person. So, yeah. But, I mean, she's very, like, happy in the morning, and that's cool. Like, I know people who are, like, really happy in the morning or very energetic or, you know, they wake up and they're just like, wow, you know, like, that's fine. That's not me, but that's fine if you are. I'm not that person. But but I think it's good that there are people like that in life in general. Just I'm not ever going to be one of those. But second complimentary yawn of the video. I am going to be waking up early tomorrow, and that's because I have to get a lot done. Because I work for a state office, I have Monday off. So, but I want to get all my stuff done tomorrow on Sunday because then I don't have to do it on Monday. Because I just want to have that day of rest. Like, if I'm going to actually have a 3-day weekend, like, I'm going to have a 3-day weekend. So we did have fun and went out and did stuff today for Valentine's as an excuse to treat ourselves. But yeah, now all the work has to get done on Sunday. Usually I'll sleep into like noon, but no, I'm getting up at 8:30. I don't want to. I don't want to at all, but I need to get stuff done. Yeah. I do have like I had some ideas about some other things I wanted to talk about, but I have to organize my thoughts on them before we do that. So, anyway, I did my promise. I had my mascara on all day so my boys could see that. So the next video you're not going to see that because like I normally don't have makeup on, but anyway, look at me looking all pretty today. It's like not the kind of like face you're supposed to make, like face. That doesn't I don't think it looks pretty at all. All right. Well, I should probably sleep. Yeah, I'm starting to feel tired now. I have a bunch of like vitamins I have to take with dinner, and then I have a bunch of stuff to take at night before I go to bed. Typically, I'll also have Benadryl as part of that, but that's not just, like, to help me sleep, like, as far as, like, it makes me sleepy, but also because of allergies, because of where I'm located, I'm allergic to. It's a fun thing to find out after you move to a place. "Oh, yeah, I'm allergic to this stuff." I have to have allergy medication. Ugh. It's either that or allergy shots, and no, I don't have the time to, like, take off work to do that. Like, I strategically do my PT for, like, my foot and stuff, like, during my lunch hour, and I, like, coordinate for, like, the smallest amount of time that I take off to go to the appointment and then come back in time, and I take the most minimal amount possible to do, like, appointments and other things. Like, I try to move things around in such a way that I am not using too much of my paid leave because I only have a certain finite amount of it. So I'm like, I'm trying not to like use it too much. Um, so I mean like, yeah. But also because then that way, if I actually do need to take some time off, if I'm really sick, then I'll do that, which happened last year around Christmas. Freaking flu. Like that really took me and the boys out. Like, oh, that was awful. Anyway, I'll go ahead and I'm starting to feel it. I'm starting to feel the tiredness, but I'll go ahead or go to bed. Um, I'll be so cranky tomorrow morning. Oh my gosh. Why did I say 8:30? Why? Why do I do this to myself? I'm going to be so mad at myself tomorrow when I wake up. Thankfully, my coffee maker is already set, so all I have to do is push the button and then it'll make coffee for me. That's like the best thing that I can ever do for myself is prep it the night before. Get you a coffee maker that you can set a timer on so that it can start making coffee at the designated time that you want it to, so you don't have to worry about it. Just, ugh. Anyway, bye.